Look at our weather on what's a cooler, I don't want to say cool quite yet, but cooler and rainy morning.
That's what it felt like outside. You definitely didn't get that really thick, humid air carrying over from what was a very soggy Sunday. Still in some locations is a little bit wet. We're picking up some light rain, just starting to move a little bit more out of the metro area, but returns are coming in very light. A few raindrops still may be hitting a few of the windshields out there. Hitting I-20 going towards the state line over the Savannah River Bridge. It's an overcast morning. One thing about that, temperature range mid-60s, a little rain showing up there in Aiken, but the wind values about 5 to 10 still coming in from that cooler northeast direction, and a holding pattern all night this morning. And consistency between 65 and 68 degrees east and west of the river. So that planner, we don't really see the temperatures take off at all. There's just not a lot of sun around, and still with that wedge pattern in place, keeping that cooler air across our region, we're stuck with 70-degree highs, maybe not quite 70s. So outside of Wilkes, Lincoln, McCormick County toward the upstate, you might see just upper 60s for today. A little warmer, a little farther south. You got Sylvania, Allendale, Millen. You might have a better shot at getting somewhat close to the 80-degree mark. 80s will come back in. We see the warming trend, and it's going to be a jump about 10 degrees warmer or greater for tomorrow and Wednesday. But keeping the rain chances pretty healthy the first half of the week. We really don't see the rain chances going away at all for the next 5 days. So about a 40 to 60% chance of showers and some thunderstorms that may continue. Now, toward the end of the week, not so much of the heavy rain impact, but kind of notice we still have somewhat of a flash flooding risk, either marginal to slight risk for the next 3 days. So at times, some of that rain, like we saw yesterday, could be a little bit heavy at times. Well, the tropics. Let's talk about the tropics a little bit. Last couple weeks, we haven't really had much activity at all in the Atlantic. Now we've got one area to watch out just off the Carolina coast. Over the next 5-7 days, about a 30% chance of development there. And now we do have another named storm. That's Tropical Storm Dexter, which we'll look at momentarily. And then another tropical wave coming off the continent of Africa into the central Atlantic with about a 50% chance of development. So, yeah, things are starting to activate just a little bit more. Conditions becoming a little more favorable in the Atlantic for development. Dexter right now is a tropical storm. More than likely will stay a tropical storm. And good news about Dexter, moves away from the United States, more towards the North Atlantic here throughout the rest of this week, kind of dying out towards Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But a lot of moisture in that area of low pressure that's off the Carolina and Georgia, Florida coast is just kind of keeping things stirred up here along the beaches for sure. But the flow's coming in mainly from the northeast, but the moisture from the Gulf here. We can see widely scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder as we head through the afternoon. So what is kind of a quieter picture right now just may not be that way in the afternoon. So there's a range of mid-70s to just outside of that shot of maybe an 80-degree mark in a few southern counties. Overnight, not as wet, but still maybe that chance of showers lingers into early Tuesday morning like we're seeing now. Tomorrow afternoon, more favorable. You could really see those temperatures warming up, too, if we get a little break in the clouds, quickly shooting those temperatures up in the mid to upper 80s. But tomorrow afternoon, there's that period of rain that could come in just around 3 to 5 o'clock, and that's a little heavy at times tomorrow afternoon. Pattern definitely starts looking just at times a touch drier toward the end of the week, but a holding pattern of 85, 86 degrees tomorrow through Friday, and a little warmer as we move on into the upcoming weekend. Chances for rain still about 30 to 40% through